My name's Matthew, and today we're going to be walking around this 2020 on a 70 registration Jaguar F-Type. Now this is the P450 variant of this F-Type, which means it's 450 brake horsepower from Jaguar's infamous supercharged 5-litre V8. It's an amazing engine, it sounds fantastic, and this iconic car is now facelifted and updated. So what you're looking at is the model update on the Jaguar F-Type. So what you got was a much sort of sleeker, narrower front end, much smoother, smaller headlights that don't run vertically up the chassis, but actually run horizontally around the front of the bumper there, and an updated bonnet, as well as some really lovely, neat, modernizing updates inside the car. It's covered just under 7,000 miles from new, benefits from a full Jaguar main dealer service history, and it is one owner from new. The car is finished in indus silver metallic, and it's got the half leather, half alcantara black interior pack. And we'll start at the nose and we'll run you through some of the lovely features of this particular car. One of my favorite things, obviously, is that imposing Jaguar F-Type front grille. It is slightly modified for this updated car. You've got a lovely little etched in the sort of the nose of the grille there, lovely little F-Type designation, the Jaguar badge, and it is an R-Dynamic model, which means you can adjust that chassis to make the ride a little bit better for cornering. The lovely gloss black extended front splitter on the V8 variant of this car, and then this is what I was talking about, these super sleek, very narrow, updated LED headlights. And as I say, the previous generation ran vertically over the front of the bumper and into the bonnet, whereas this sort of runs around the outside of the car. A fully updated front bumper with much sort of smoother lines around the corner here down to the lower fog lights as well. And these updated bonnet louvers, which actually, again, now sit horizontally, much like the headlights, instead of vertically down the front of the bonnet. So moving into the passenger side, beautiful Jaguar F-Type wheels. They're a fantastic looking wheel. They're diamond cut on the faces, and they've got this lovely metallic sort of anthracite grey on the inners of the spokes there, and the full colour Jaguar sort of logos in the middle of the wheels there, and the Jaguar logo on the brake calipers behind that. We've got this satin silver effect on lots of the jewellery of the car. So this lovely kidney grille sort of side section over here, lovely satin finish. And then moving around the car, we're gonna walk you inside, but before we do, this car is fitted with the all-important glass panoramic roof. So you can see that the roof looks black, which in itself contrasts beautifully against that indus silver, but it is a really important feature because these sports cars don't have the biggest of cabins, so therefore having that extra light is really important. So go have a look inside. That alcantara and leather combination inside this car, just giving it that real sporty feel. These lovely sports seats as well, they're beautifully comfortable, but also, you know, they just support you in all the right places. It's a very, very nice seat to sit in. And very typically of Jaguar and the F-Type in general, this car is very refined. It's a very comfortable car to use on long journeys. A very, very cool cabin. And I'll run you around the back of the car as well. Again, a slight update here compared to its predecessor. We've got much squarer cutoffs and angles around the rear lights compared to the rounder variant found on the predecessor, and an updated rear bumper section with an exhaust surround, so that diffuser section is all changed. These massive quad tailpipes indicating it is the V8 variant of this car. And a really neat thing, but this hasn't changed, is how beautifully Jaguar have fitted the reverse camera in the back of these cars. And one thing I think people don't realise is these cars are fitted with a hatchback tailgate. So you've got so much storage in them. For a sports car, you've got this enormous boot space. So loads and loads of space to carry overnight or weekend bags. You've also got an extra load space under the boot floor as well. Again, very, very practical for a modern sports car. Lovely handle on the back there, and just drop that into place for the boot to shut. This is a deployable spoiler. So I believe above 60 or 70 miles an hour, this spoiler will deploy to give the car extra stability at speed. And then coming down the driver's side, I'll jump in, I'll run you through some of the controls inside this wonderful car. So I'll just fire that 5-litre V8 into life. And I think one thing that you notice about this car is that V8 is really refined. It's super smooth, super composed, especially at low speed driving in a modern world. You don't want the thing to be growling and giving you a headache the whole time. It has got a sports exhaust button, so it can do that part on demand. So we'll just look at the door card quickly. Meridian stereo. We do have electric seats, and we also have fully electric adjustable folding door mirrors. So really nice feature there, and obviously electric windows. Coming inside the cabin, an electric steering column, so up, down, in and out, really nice feature. Cruise control on the right-hand side of the steering wheel, all your infotainment and digital cockpit controls on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. And just before we move into that digital cockpit, down here we've got some nice buttons. We've got a boot release button there, and this button here turns on your lane departure warning system. So obviously if you drift out of your lane, the car will sort of give you a little nudge, the steering wheel vibrates just to tell you to get back into lane. A really nice safety feature, but you can override it. So another big update is this virtual cockpit. It's a massively updated cockpit compared to the previous generation. It allows a lot of configuration. So in this display, much like the current Land Rover models, you can adjust the layout. So you can have one dial, two dials, or even a full map display, which obviously, as you can see there, gives you a full map across the whole of the dashboard. It's really fantastic, very customizable, as I say, and you have all the relevant information remains where it is, so it's really, really clear and easy to use. Moving across to the dashboard, again, this is Jaguar's and Land Rover's shared infotainment system. It's a fantastic system with all the modern features you'd imagine: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You also have this dynamic eye setting, which allows you, when you're in dynamic mode, to see much, much more about the car in terms of, you know, if you look gear shift comfort, engine comfort, steering comfort, you can adjust a lot more. You have a G sensor to tell you what sort of G levels you're pulling, throttle responses, things like that. It's really, really nice features to see the dynamic driving settings and sort of statistics of the car. Dual zone climate control down here. That's obviously automatic, so it's full climate control. A drive switch down here, which will let you adjust through the modes. So now I've just flicked it backwards, so you can see on the screen there, the car's gone back to dynamic mode. And if I flick it forwards, the car also has a rain and wet weather mode for extra traction control and safety in those colder temperatures. As I said, a sports exhaust. So if I press that button and give it a little rev, little pops and bangs, it's really nice. That V8 comes to life. And then working our way down the center console, lots of practicality. It's a wonderful interior, two big cup holders, a lovely cup holder over here. There's lots of storage in the storage bins either side. And then just very briefly, that roof above us really does make a big difference. When you're sat in a sports car cabin, it's very easy to feel claustrophobic. That makes an enormous amount of difference for me. So I'll jump out now, quickly summarize this car for you. And I stand corrected, it's done 6,400 miles, not just under 7,000. So it's actually under 6,500 miles. So a very, very low mileage, one owner example with a full Jaguar main dealer service history, exquisitely kept. The car is in such fantastic condition, and hopefully the video picked that up. My name's Matthew. I hope this video has helped. Thanks for watching.